Head-on collision, dude, was bad.
This is police video
Fire extinguishers over here.
from a fiery Eastern Washington crash last year.
Children in the back, 2 of them are unresponsive.
It shook up first responders on the scene and across the state.
Oh, it's bad.
A semi-truck driver's camera captured the moment of impact. A driver in a white Mustang went the wrong way on the Sunnyside highway, hitting a Nissan carrying 3 young foster kids and their 23-year-old caretaker.
We don't have a pulse on.
2 of the 4 Nissan passengers died, an 8-year-old girl and her 6-year-old brother. This man driving the Nissan and a 5-year-old girl survived. And the wrong way driver, Keith Goings, did too. Here he is talking to police.
I'm so sorry,
stay right
guys.
there, man. Just relax. Oh, what are you sorry about?
All this.
Okay.
This is on me. If I just pulled over, none of it would have happened.
About an hour before this tragedy, records show some of the state troopers here repeatedly tried to prevent it, but they were hampered by limitations brought on by a 2021 state law.
One of our troopers tried to stop them in this area.
State Patrol Sergeant Rob Morris took us to the spot in Ellensburg on I-90 East, where it all began.
This is the spot.
A trooper here clocked Goings speeding at 111 miles per hour, more than 40 miles over the speed limit. But as this dash cam video shows, when the trooper turned on his lights and sirens, Goings didn't stop, he took off.
It's pulling away from me too.
Not once, but 4 times.
Myself watching that, it was frustrating to see our troopers trying to stop this life-endangering violation.
Might have taken exit 67.
4 different times, we tried to stop the vehicle 4 different times. He sped away from us to where we couldn't pursue.
The State Patrol says its troopers couldn't pursue the fleeing driver because his reckless behavior didn't meet the strict police chase criteria set by Washington lawmakers. State legislators passed a controversial law in 2021 that restricted police from chasing suspects in most situations, unless they could meet a high bar that required evidence of certain crimes. It passed because of arguments that police chases did more harm than good, that they were not only dangerous, but they disproportionately targeted people of color.
As a grieving mother, there is my side too. You know, there's the sides of the victims.
Sonia Joseph helped to change the law. Her son Giovanni Joseph McDade was killed in 2017 after a brief chase with Kent police. They were trying to stop him for having expired tabs.
Running away, was that the cause of his death? Could they have mailed him a ticket?
The trooper was behind it.
At the time of the Sunnyside crash,
They let it go after they lit it up.
officers could only pursue suspected drunk drivers, escapees, or those wanted for sexual or violent crimes.
Is this the guy that they were chasing? This is the no pursuit policy. When we pull
Police officers across the state have blamed the controversial policy for hampering their ability to fight crime. As they say, more and more people like Goings dodge the cops.
I saw a spike, actually more like a rocket.
Washington State Patrol data shows that pursuits have been steadily going up. In 2020, at its peak, there were more than 1,600. Then, as the law changed and the number of police chases drastically fell, criminals caught on and fled. In a 2.5-year span, the agency recorded drivers fleeing from troopers about 8,000 times.
People were just ignoring the lights. They were just ignoring the sirens. It went from a number so low that we didn't code it to something in the thousands the first year.
Initially, it was shocking.
Trooper John Totillo saw the impact firsthand.
I had it happen numerous times. Every single night on the radio, I heard, I had one take off from me. I'm not pursuing, I'm deactivated. It did make our job a lot harder.
He said Keith Goings.
Unlike this case in Sunnyside, police say they don't know for sure what happens to most of the drivers who flee.
But how many other tragedies were we not able to avoid?
Assistant Lakewood Police Chief John Umfront wonders the same thing.
Those are people that are escaping justice, because when they take off, it's hard to figure out who's behind the wheel.
Umfront says among criminals, word of the state's pursuit restrictions spread like wildfire.
It emboldened them.
And that made it harder than ever for his officers to catch the people responsible for crimes like car thefts.
Now they had a hard, bright line of, hey, this is a stolen car. I know absolutely that the cops cannot chase me. They were absolutely right. We could not chase them.
In this dash cam video, a Lakewood police officer attempts to stop a person in a stolen car.
Copy. He's slow rolling, so he might be trying to stop here.
But the driver gets away.
Oh my God. and he almost just caused a collision.
Data shows pursuits in Lakewood
Get him, get him, get him, go!
were rare to begin with. But even at this smaller agency, Umford said he saw a significant jump in the number of drivers who refused to pull over.
It was just way off the charts, and we've never seen that before.
Since July 2021, the agency logged drivers failing to stop on more than 700 occasions.
The Senate Initiative 2113 is declared passed.
This week, a new law goes into effect that rolls back the state's limits on police chases.
I'm going to be in pursuit of a black BMW.
The initiative, approved by the House and Senate in March, allows pursuits when deemed safe, whenever any law is believed to be violated.
I'm excited to be able to, do more within my job.
In Lakewood, Unford says he's already seen a drop in people fleeing from his officers, and the State Patrol is also bracing for more to pull over.
We're hopeful that we're going to change driving behavior for the better.
As for Keith Goings, his actions that night cost him a prison sentence of 20 years. This is court audio from last fall at his Yakima sentencing hearing, where the mother of the 23-year-old Nissan driver who survived begged for answers.
I just want to know why he chose not to stop. There were so many opportunities for him to stop and avoid this massive hurt.
When the new law goes into effect on Thursday, the State Patrol and Lakewood say they'll loosen their internal pursuit policies to match it. But that doesn't mean their officers will have free rein. They tell us their new policies will require cops and bosses to carefully weigh the value of a pursuit against the potential danger. In the newsroom, I'm Taylor Mifendereski, King 5 News.